Hello. This is a practice exploring some of the movements of Garudasana, eagle posture. Eagle pose is a good pose for mobilizing the upper back, shoulders, chest, rib cage. For me, it's also a pose I would choose to do when I'm in need of a feeling of strength, of stability, and also a kind of mental alertness. So, if those are things that you could use a little of today, you'll want to have a strap handy. If you don't have a yoga strap like this, a belt or even a scarf would work just fine. So you won't need that in your hands just yet. You can set it down. It would also be good to have a chair, something like a folding chair that I have here would be good, or even just a chair from your kitchen or dining room table. So once you have those things assembled, please bring yourself into mountain posture, Tadasana. I'm going to do this whole practice standing. It could also very successfully be done seated. You would just get in your seated mountain posture and focus on the movements of the upper body, okay? So otherwise, place your feet more or less underneath your sitting bones, so feet about hips distance. Gently bend your knees to feel the feet and legs very rooted. And then find awareness at your center, right through your spine. Relax the arms and shoulders. And lift tall into the crown of the head. So my legs are straight now, but the knees are never locked. And now start to tune in with the pace of your own breathing. Because it's the rhythm of your breath that's going to guide the movement. We're going to start with a flowing movement just to wake up the arms, shoulders, upper back area. The next time you inhale, please stretch your arms forward about shoulder height. As you exhale, give yourself a big hug, right arm on top like this. Now stay here as you breathe in and out, one cycle. And then as you next inhale, release, reach the arms forward. And as you exhale, change your cross, left arm on top, big hug. Stay here, breathing in and out. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale back to right arm on top. And now if you wish, tuck your chin. Get a gentle stretch on the back of the neck. And really feel the breath moving into the backs of the ribs, right behind the heart. Whenever you next inhale, reach forward. And last time, big hug, left arm on top, drop the chin, breathe into the back of the heart. And then whenever you next inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, lower the arms to your side. Let's roll the shoulders back a bit. If the range of motion in your shoulders will allow, you can even circle the arms a bit. Forward, up, back, and down. Let it feel good. And then shake out the arms and hands. And let the arms dangle to your side. And start to notice any changes you can discern in your breathing. Okay, So we're gonna start to build on that movement, building the arms from this posture, and this is where a strap might be handy. So grab it now. It may turn out you don't need it, but it is easier to have it and drop it than to not have it and need it. So we're gonna start with it, and then you'll see. So back to mountain posture. And now if you're trying the strap with me, please have it in your right hand. And you can see I've kind of got it dangling in the web between my fingers and my thumb like this. Stretch the arms forward again. Big hug, right arm on top again. And staying right here would be a perfectly legitimate variation. Please feel free. If you'd like to try, release the hands and start to back them up. So using a strap, the advantage is, watch, I can kind of swing the strap back, take hold of it with both hands, and then walk the hands in as close as I can until the strap is very taut. Now others of you may find that you can actually, I'm gonna let go of the strap, back up until the hands wrap like this. I'm showing you both sides. If that's you, great. If it's not, I'm gonna come back with the strap people, because I like a strap. Now I'm gonna turn a bit so you can see whichever hand variation you have the elbows about shoulder height. Gently draw the elbows forward so that you feel a little space open up between the shoulder blades. Gently move the hands away from the forehead. And we're gonna start to move a little bit with the breath. So try this. Take a nice, easy breath in to get ready. And then as you exhale, gently bend your knees and move your hips back and down, like chair pose. As you inhale, press into your feet, stand tall. And as you exhale, sit back in your chair. And notice I'm neither rounding the back nor arching it. I'm staying pretty neutral. Let's try that one more time. Inhaling to rise. Exhale, sit back in your chair. And now this time, when you inhale, push into your feet, reach up, release the arms and hands, let them float down to your side. Whew. Any little counter movement you could use, any of those rolls, circles, shakes. If you discovered you don't need the strap, well, you may still need it on the second side because it turns out we're all fairly asymmetrical. So if you want it, please have it in your left hand. Mountain pose. Stretch the arms forward. Big hug, left arm on top. Now, feel free to stay just like this. Otherwise, release the hands, back them up, and either take hold of the strap and walk the hands as close together as you can so they're taut. Or, in case you're more of a visual learner, I'm going to drop the strap and once again demonstrate. You might be able to back the hands up enough so that they come together like that. And you could see, I have a little struggle with that. So I'm going to come back to strap. I'm going to come back to strap on the correct side, hopefully. Now I'm going to turn a bit so you can see. Elbows about shoulder height, moving forward. Hands releasing slightly away from the head. I'm starting to generate a little warmth here, maybe you are too. Take a nice, easy breath in to get ready. And as you exhale, bend the knees, sit the hips back and down. Tailbone moves straight down. As you inhale, press into the feet, rise tall. And as you exhale, sit back in your chair. Hug the belly gently towards the spine to support the low back. The inhale brings you back tall. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, coming up. This time, release the hands, release the strap. In fact, you can set the strap out of your way. Roll, shake, circle, whatever you need to feel a little more neutral. Come back to mountain pose. Center your awareness. And feel your breathing. Feel how it's starting to move front, back, and sides of the rib cage. Okay, let's focus a little bit more on the lower body. So this is where you're going to use your chair. You might also, if you happen to have a lot of yoga props in your life, this is a place you could also use a yoga block out in front of you. The main point is just to have something to support your hands. So stand with whatever you're going to use, the chair seat or the block, out in front of you so that it'll be about underneath your shoulders when you bend forward. Stand in mountain pose facing your chair. I think we can do this together. As you inhale, stretch your arms out and up. And as you exhale, soft knees, swan dive, foot forward. That was my AirPod. I'm gonna put it back in. And I'm gonna figure out maybe if I need larger pads. I don't know. So we're in a forward fold. We haven't lost our yoga. We're just fine. As we inhale next, bend the knees, send the hips back, lift the chest. And as you exhale, straighten the legs, lift the hips, drop the head. Now we're going to transition back up. Soft knees, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Stay standing. Exhale, lower the arms to your side. Pause and feel. We're going to do one more round. Wish me luck. Take bets now whether this time my AirPod's going to stay in my ear. This is relatively new technology for me. Inhaling, stretch the arms out and up overhead. Exhaling, soft knees, swan dive, down you come. This is forward fold with the hands on the chair. So far, so good. Inhaling, bend the knees, send the hips back, lift the chest. Exhaling, lift the hips, drop the head. And as you inhale, soft knees, reverse the dive, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, lower your arms, back to mountain pose. Pause, feel the strength of your legs. Okay, my friends, we are ready for Garudasana, the upper and lower part together. Now I do want to say, if your ankle, knee, hip joint is not going to take having all of the weight on one leg today, you can do this with the lower body just in chair, as it has been, whether that's chair pose or chair itself, the physical reality. Let me think about this. Let's have your chair or your block off to the left, okay? And actually, I'll tell you, the only reason this chair works for me is there's a little bit of a bar here. That's where I'm gonna put my foot. So if you don't kind of have a chair that has something like that, grab, again, a yoga block or a low stool, or even your coffee table, I think would work depending on its height. Watch first, and then we'll do this together, okay? So we'll set up the lower body by starting in chair, hands to the hips, and then watch. We'll shift the weight to one leg, come up on these toes. I feel like that's a little close. And then I'm gonna cross one thigh over the other, and then watch where I can put my toes. That's why this works. I've got the thighs together, the knees one over the other, but this chair is allowing me to keep a little balance. You could also touch your toes to the floor or have the foot in the air, okay? Whatever leg we have on top, we're gonna do opposite arm, and this time I'll demonstrate it no strap to the best of my ability. And then everything hugs together, We center our awareness, and we stay as steady as possible until it's time to come out, okay? So the strap is still available to you. I'm just gonna do it this time without, just to show something different. Here we go. Mountain pose. Any support that you're going to use off to the left, please. Feel free to have a slightly wider stance right now. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring some weight back into the heels. As you sit back, let the hips go back and down, drop the tailbone, and gently engage the abdomen. You may stay here. Or shift your weight over onto your left leg, cross the right thigh over the left, and find somewhere for your toes. Furniture that works for you, a yoga block, maybe the floor. Now, stretch your arms forward. If you're using a strap, please have it in your left hand. Big hug, cross the left arm on top. You may stay here, or release the hands, back them up, locate your strap, or wrap your hands. Now, hug all the limbs towards the midline of your body. Keep the spine neutral. Draw the abdomen in to support the back. Center your awareness right at the center of your brain and feel your breathing. Okay, as you next inhale, straighten the standing leg, unwrap all the limbs, set the foot down, shake out your standing leg. We need to swap the prop. So whatever you're using, if you're using something, please bring it over to the other side. Sort of getting a sense of if mine is in the right place. Mountain pose. Hands to your hips. Sit back in your chair, hips go back and down. Tailbone dropping, low abdomen a little engaged. If you wish, shift your weight now onto your right leg, come up on your left toes. Cross the left thigh over the right, and I have found my little support bar. Maybe you have a block or something else. Stretch the arms forward. If you're using a strap, please have it in your right hand. Big hug, right arm on top. You may stay like this or release the hands, back them up, either to hold the strap or to wrap the hands. And now all the limbs hug in towards the midline of the body. The abdomen hugs back towards the spine. Center your awareness right at the center of your brain and feel your breathing. Wonderful. The next time you inhale, straighten the front leg, unwrap all the limbs. Well done. Shake out anything that needs a shake. Your legs, your hips, your hands. You did it. Mountain posture. Eagle pose is no joke. So notice your vitality. Notice the way your life force, what we call in yoga prana, is flowing through your system. And I thank you for joining me, for practicing together today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.